Fine. I don't have captions on today, so it shows that this. I'm trying to see if my captioner is the reason why my OBS crashes so much, so I turned it off. And so far, it's not been long enough for me to know for sure if that's the problem, but it does seem to run better, so I'm suspicious of it. So no captions for today. Sorry. If it turns out that seems to be the problem, I'll just have to find a different one anyway, so. Not really a 5 minutes problem to fix. Also, why is the music so quiet? Why? There we go. It was a Steam update and it updated this game too. I don't know why. My settings. Get a rating. But it also says it has spoilers, so we're not gonna look at it right now. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Oh, how's the volume, by the way? Is the game too loud? Frankly, there are still a lot of gray area. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. I think it's okay so long as we can hear you. I can hear you if that helps. Yes, thank you. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. Ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. What? What are you saying? Why is believe in quotation marks? The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Yeah, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. It's almost like prosecutors in this game are just like ignore the client or like the people involved. Just look at documents and decide things. My first trial without a fate to helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I'll have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Thankfully for you, autistic weird girls love to just find themselves through trials for some. Oh, she's totally there. Oh god, hold on. Having a situation of both cats really want to be in my lap right now. They were napping, but like they heard me start talking, they activated. Usual problem of all the cat and not enough lab. So true. Court is now in session for the trial of Mrs. Lanaskay. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since this trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right regardless of what those around me might say. Sounds like someone who's gonna be the one. Sounds like a note to self. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lanaskay has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I only feel like confessing to everything. Hi, baby. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. Professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the cough-up queen. Right. Haven't I seen you somewhere? Ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh ho, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. Should there be food in the courtroom? And for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? I knew, sir. You ordered the fingerprint lunchbox. It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? This is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty, it hurts. You might be allergic. It's not supposed to hurt. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. That sounds... Is pickled tapioca good? Sounds bad. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Okay, it's not just me, it's not a normal thing. Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Star, don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. I could go for one of her lunch boxes if I'm honest. Edgeworth doesn't want it, but I would even have that plain rice one. Fine, please, you are a witness. Why does me talking activate color mode? I'm here all day, every day, buddy. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating, bro. Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional, quote unquote. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Mrs. Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. Wait, is like the first witness supposed to be police this whole time? Has that been a thing, or is this just they're trying to like sneak that in? Like, yeah, it's always been like that. Don't worry about it. Was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Star was a detective. So cute, but you're so invasive. Everyone can hear. What? Mrs. Star was a detective. Aha! I know who you are. Cuff up. Cuff up Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. You please not call yourself that, like... I know what you're trying to say, but please. And where are you? We need this answer. I actually asked And if he was gonna make it to the stream today because I was considering having him in a phone, in a voice call, but he has to work, so that's where he is. Very well. You may continue with the description, Mrs. Star. Okay, but like, she is not a police right now, so what? Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. Parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. The chain divider separates the 2 blocks. Suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up the prosecutor's spaces, yes. Crime took place by yes. The crime took place by car in the back. In the back. Hold my mic. And says 99% of the first person is like, oh, thank you. Having some intense cuddle problems here. The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Yoinking your pets. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. Who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Parking lot, floor plans added to the court record. Parking lot with Edgeworth's car. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. Seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. Seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? You can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr. Wait, are they talking about me? Welcome to my stream with what I imagine is a bunch of shuffling noises in my mic. Because my cat is snuggling it so hard. Does that count as ASMR? So. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then, when she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend, how touching. I kinda want right now, so bad now. Ace Attorney case, make you hungry. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Abhorrence. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used in erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, the feeling of a detective that knows much is merely an extension of that. Bringing one to you as we speak, but it's hummus and pita chips. Yay! I actually have hummus and bread. The Star, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired. Oh, this is a lot of like info on the on the opening statement. Fresh. App or app or whatever. Ooh, I should have grabbed naan bread where I was out today. Me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Yeah, English second language movement. Hopefully they don't say it again. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well. May continue, Star. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. Oh yeah. Hold it! Forgot what word. For a second. Boyfriend. He's a detective. Not that boyfriend, the security guard. Why do you say it like both of them might be? That boyfriend? You have several? Okay, yeah. Yes. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Here to join? Do they not have names? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. You did good enough. Yay. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. Do any of these people pay for the lunches that are supposedly imported instead of homemade? That is such crazy detail, I'm still not over it. Note to self. Judge had to think before replying. Security guard room is in the lot, in A block. Up on the second level so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security sign. Do we have camera footage? Deadly, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block with the witness. She witnessed the crime. Hold it! You said something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like... How would you... Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. What does that even mean? I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. A young cheese. A pale white cheese, not yet 10 she would experience on the streets, a greenhorn. Ow, 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 ow. You have to dip your pausing. Okay, I'm free now. Girls being weird, right? Who talks like that? Then I must be a hard, yellowed, and sharpest attack. Just don't. Stop. Stop talking. Don't say that. Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. Okay, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Hold it! My garage car, you mean? Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth's. Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you sure it was the defendant? Saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. He's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future. Huh? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. I believe I've heard that tagline somewhere. Could you cry plagiarism? I may be relegated to the lowly paws of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph, you took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunch boxes is rigged with a camera. What? Suppose that's more exciting than hanging it around your neck. Is she a stalker? She kinda sounds like a stalker. Ew, Harry Potter Twitch ads. Ew, ew. Burn them. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? Think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, most certainly is this is most certainly the defendant. Crime photo added to court record. Moment of the crime as photographed by Angel Star. Lunchbox with a camera versus bento box with a fax machine. Yes! See, one more reason we need a crossover. Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lana Sky. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Girl, you are being so sus right now, right? Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the locations of a man's vital organs. I don't think that's true. I think you're just making that up. She's talking about prosecutors like they're some kind of animal. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my excellent surprise set. Can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person. Yeah, she's biased as hell. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. So, the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Who talks like this? The pointy tip of the knife. Well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. No idea about a woman's organs, including egg as mentioned. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a fresh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. Okay, but if she took the picture... She is saying that she took this picture and then she stabbed, so why is there already blood on her? Oh well, we'll find out. Said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, valid eggs right here. Mr. Star's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking makes me calmer. Don't smile like that. Contradiction, but not the contradiction for right now. It's fair. We'll find out later. Where's the knife and why is there blood already? Yeah. Hey, was this always there? Gotta be. Either new or I'm not observing. Maybe it's right now.
Objection!
And you witnessed this. How Mrs. Sky stabbed the victim with the knife. As I've already said, yes. How many designs for these lunch boxes have they drawn? And like it's covered by the text so we don't even see them. But this is like, it's gotta be at least 10 different arts just for her lunch boxes. As I've already said, yes, I swear on my finest salmon swirl lunch. Also give me lunch. That sure is a fine lunch. A number of boxes. He drew all of these. But isn't that odd? Look at that look at this photograph. This is a photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Mrs. Sky not holding a knife? Ahem, Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? Photograph was not taking the moment before the stabbing. It was taking the moment after the stabbing. Yeah, that's not what she said.
Objection!
And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photograph. Ah, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. What do you mean it's hard to tell? It's pretty obvious. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem except you. Alright, are you going to just sit there and take that can of abuse? Jam. Ugh, you got a better idea? Whatever. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. There we go, that was what I said. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Apparently there are 19 different lunch boxes and the iOS version of the game has an achievement for seeing them all. Some of them are missable and only shown after picking specific conversation options. Do I have? I don't think I have achievements. That's so sad. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. Oh, actually, I'll be right back. didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Objection!
Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of tin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Wow. Those gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, serious offense. Witness, add to your testimony.
Hold it!
What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves?
Objection!
The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. Can we add this to the court record? In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusions one can make. Or maybe she was gonna touch evidence. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Ugh. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Mrs. Starr. God, I'm thinking this was all planned. She can prove this claim. The trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. Did that before. Anything else? Oh. Oh, it doesn't even click the one I want directly, okay. Wait, where are the fence bars for the photo? Never mind. Yeah, there. There and there. Something tells me she has those gloves because she was gonna touch evidence. Like she was expecting to find something else. The trunk, maybe? Curious why she has like blood on her. Hmm. Forgot what the memo was. I guess she was like here. Would have been nice if they added those gloves to my court record. Alright, time to present whatever bullshit. What happens? Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell lunch boxes for a living, you know? That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? Bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there? But me, our prosecutors, bad people. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, Rookie? Wait, what if the memo was the time to meet up with someone? Yeah, it kind of sounds like it. I guess it's gonna be relevant later. Not yet. What's that, Rookie? In your testimony, stated that Lana Sky planned this murder. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh, she did not like that. Oh, I love that. I was like, okay, time for random bullshit, and that was it. That's what I had to do. Uh, it wasn't random bullshit, but you know, I was like, this seems like maybe I'll get somewhere. The part where it says like there's no victim blood on the knife. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Lady, your box food everywhere. Correct, random BS, yeah. Order, order, order. Great, now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. She turned British for a moment there. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Sky, murdered a detective with a knife. My sister's as good as free. What day of the case is this again, Emma? Yeah, first day. We're like 1/6 of the story in, I think. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove, nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing? I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? Anaska intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. No. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. I would accidentally autoplay, that's why I was saying no. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? Angel, there is only one truth star. In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Hold it!
You've said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie. Don't question her powers of deduction. She's read a lot of Sherlock Holmes to prepare for this. I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she is about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again. Rookie. Never interrupt the storyteller, it's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Something's half-baked here, alright, and it's you. Try not to confuse the defense, witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? Her actions speak for themselves.
Hold it!
You'll have no proof that Mrs. Sky called him there. You'll have no proof that she didn't. They're edgework thoughts. There is no record of a call made on the defendant, Mrs. Lana Sky's phone. She might have written him a letter. Come on, you could have tried public phone first at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. Sure, he had a reason to be there. Witness? Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? Sure, the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Why? You know, she was told to say what she saw, not what she thinks, and instead she's just telling us what she thinks. Our witnesses have struggles with following instructions most of the time. What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie. Here's another lunchbox. A lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know? E? We agree there is a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels, don't you agree? I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. This judge isn't very good with metaphors. No, your lunch was salty because caviar is salty, sir. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for taking this? It's simple. A human machine? That's a contradiction. Please. Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright? Note to self. Mr. Edgeworth's eyes smell like citrus fruit. What? You say again and again, how many times did she stab him exactly? We often say, chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done? How come she's getting mad at me? Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave him at that. Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people. Alright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know? The star has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her up. The short wig burns out the fastest is a scientific fact. I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short stick will burn longer. She's taking notes. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Okay. Now, this is a straight up lie. You had one single knife wound. Let's go.
Objection!
You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. Oh, and my must surprise. I'm afraid the must is growing under our feet as we wait, Mr. Starr. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk, he's my hero, really. Emma spends a lot of time on AO3. What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness? You got the crime scene set, right? I wish we could see it. Oh, yeah, let's go. Transparency. There we go, now we see him. Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Why were you looking at her boobs? You mean at her breast? What is she saying? splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Where's... I used to have like the profiles of people involved, but they're gone now. Oh well. Her red muffler. Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. Oh, there we go. Why was it missing? I don't know, but... She's not even wearing it. Girl, get your shit together. She's right. This guy was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. Stated on her boobs. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Mr. Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance. Chance for what, I wonder? Starr has turned out to be a short... Okay. Let me... I know what to do. Let me do it. Let me present you your own damn picture.
Objection!
Mr. Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proven it yourself with this photograph. Why is he interrupting me to say what I was about to say anyway? Edward, have you considered being a defense attorney instead? Huh? But that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection, chopped liver? But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red, really. Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Very well, witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. Most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. Next testimony might just be the moment of truth. I think the fact that there's no blood... Are we not gonna... Can we talk about no traces of victim's blood? After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to the north side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Weren't you behind a fence? Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. I love how she goes out of her way to clarify that, even though Edgeworth has given her the opportunity to not talk about it anymore. Like, no, I have to. Really important. Chief Prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? You strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Fright is weak against poisonous snake bites. No, I think he's got some history with poison. Let's not go there. Too early. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman, rawr. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you will. You're under arrest. Dang it, by the way, I often wear a red muffler. So where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? You say quickly, were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more detail. Yeah. There's a whole fence, girl. I'd like to see this on the floor plan just to be safe. The land car was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here? No, she was at least here because the photo angle. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Mrs. Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing. The cough up queen. Stop saying that. Lunch lady at least, indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. She couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high too. Okay, it does have a hole at the top of it. We didn't have made... Where even is the... That's the door we art. Okay, I guess she would have to go out. And the weird template. Weird layout. So how did Mrs. Sky not get away? She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard was her say the word muffler. What? Muffler is a part of a car too. Just that one word. If I heard muffler by itself, I would think of a car part. So what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean. Ask further. My phone? Do you mean the cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court does not see, Mrs. Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order. Though she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing. Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. The thing that I do to please this rookie defense attorney. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. Okay, but like they didn't talk, so you're bullshitting. You think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing. I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. Were her fingerprints on it? Well, she had gloves, so it doesn't matter. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. Parkour time. During that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. Yeah, I'm sure it's totally how it happened. Then, when it boldly grabbed her arm, you know, like the phone that was by Edgeworth's car, I'm pretty sure. Chief prosecutor hung up her phone. You saw her doing this. What is it, Mr. Wright? I'm gonna finish pressing before I call her out.
Hold it!
She made to escape. Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a pâté of foie gras. Oh. She even kicked an oil drum at me. An oil drum? There was an oil drum lying on the side of the scene of the crime. But it's strange. What's that? She wanted to escape. Why didn't she run the other way, right? Parking lot entrance. That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent, more mysteries. I wish we could solve a few before finding more though. So Mrs. Sky tried to run. Sorry, my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. But she didn't do it. You have to believe me. Then the defendant tried to run behind the partition, planning to leap the 9-foot fence herself. Oh, if she got on to that phone, she did successfully leap the fence. Yes, Angel leaped over it twice. So the kill was on that side. Yeah. Wait, they added this here. Wouldn't a cell phone tell us how long the call was though? Like, it was 5 seconds call. No need to push this again. What's wrong? Look like I go drink finals. Never mind, it's nothing. Less obvious than I thought after all. You don't even have authority to.
Hold it!
Whatever, I'll still try it.
Objection!
Nope.
Hold it!
Wait, if she was here. I'm so confused. I say the angle doesn't work.
Objection!
Like, her story doesn't work. She's clearly lying. But I have no idea what the game expects out of me. Yeah, I was also considering it. Parking lot layout might be the objection. Right.
Objection!
Nope. Like the oil drums are here. So she's saying she like ran here and stop her. Then she escaped over there and then threw an oil drum. And then where did she go? This is stupid. I feel like it's gotta be something with. Not even the button I clicked. She's so fixated on this muffler. And like, to be clear, all of this is happening within 6 minutes. I don't think she knows about the parking stuff, but I also don't think I can present it right now in a way that makes sense. But like it's so obvious she's lying, but I don't know what the game expects from me. Let's just try pressing all over again. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition of her side. So where is this partition of floor plan? That's right. But just leave her alone, dude. I don't even know if I can climb a fence in 6 minutes. I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies, but like, she's clearly saying it for the second time minimum. It's clearly here. Something here is going on. Maybe it is.
Objection!
Probably not. I might get my first game over.
Hold it!
Oh my god, this whole time I've been reading no traces of victim's blood. It clearly says traces of victim's blood, no prints. I'm just stupid, I'm sorry. I know how to read, I promise. Yeah, I tried the parking ticket. I can't remember if it was this one though. I think I tried before. Murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. So, in 3 minutes, there's this whole phone conversation and she scaled this fence. Come on, man. Alright, I'll try it. I don't have other ideas.
Objection!
No, first game over, guys. That's enough. The court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Defense has failed to give the court sufficient reason to doubt the prosecutor's claim. If only he was held up at a red light. And this guy, we've gotten there and be like, shit, I forgot the murder weapon. What even happens when you game over? This is my first time. Alright. No! Why are you saving? Fuck! Why did it save? It wasn't supposed to save. Okay. Alright, let me catch up real quick. Maybe I should have saved where I was stuck, but whatever. You know what, let's just autoplay for this. No YOLO. Phoenix, I'll be alone in there the whole time, Lada. After overhearing his internal thoughts. You mean I'll be with you the whole time? Wait, she mentioned the muffler scarf but forgot that she was wearing a coat. Wouldn't that mean she didn't see the accused until the day off? I'm gonna refill my drink while this catches up. Surely I'm close to done. You know where I was. This is gonna take so long to catch up. Oh my god. I've let everyone down. Okay, everyone just get cozy, get a snack, a drink or something. That's what I'm doing. Maybe by the time we're caught up, I'll have ideas. Everyone get yourself a lunchbox. Here was. Oh, I have to. Okay, I have to get the photo first.
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it!
I don't remember when she gives this photo.
Hold it!
It's kind of weird that nobody's trying to point out that it's his stuff. Like, what was the intention with that? Okay, there it is. Got a photo.
Hold it!
Alright. Here we present this photo. Keep checking. Check
Objection!
present.
Objection! Objection!
Oh god, where was it? Yeah, the knife, the knife.
Objection!
Alright, and now let's just forward.
Objection!
Here we do the photo again. Oh my god. I'll stop clicking it.
Objection! Objection!
This gotta be the last part of this day. Took us like half an hour to get back here. Oh my god. Okay, I like to save when they suggest it to me, but I feel like I should save. I don't know.
Hold it!
I don't even have ideas. Whatever.
Hold it!
Hmm. Did I try the parking ticket?
Objection!
Don't forget to save. Yeah, I didn't save. I probably should. Alright, my first middle of the time. Save here. I feel like the timestamps.
Hold it!
Wait, this is the one I wanted. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna try it.
Objection!
No. Really don't want.
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it!
Okay, now we have full testimony put back where it was. So I safety save. Can't remember if I presented the phone here, but
Objection!
I will now. No. I'm just gonna try whatever now, cause
Objection!
I don't know what the game expects from me.
Objection!
Oh, I found it. Okay. So it was the right evidence, just not on the right line. Mrs. Sar, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Mrs. Lanaskay.
Objection!
The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Mrs. Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. Okay, so when they call her cough up queen, they call her cough up queen as in she makes everybody else cough it up, because this whole time I thought she was like, if you press her enough, she will cough it all up. Oops. Just another point to not call her that. Don't call yourself that, that's a stupid nickname. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. Oh my god, of course, there's like the thing in the way, she couldn't have seen the phone. That's what it was. I was close. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true... I figured it was cough up queen as it makes criminals cough up the information. Yes, that's what it is. That's what it's supposed to be. You couldn't possibly have seen Mrs. Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the backside of this partition. Indeed, you were in block B. You couldn't have seen it. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. Wow. No, I didn't get that until you started, as I forgot she was a detective. Yeah. So I thought her food made people cough up. Order, what is the meaning of this? Simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up blood, she's coughing up lies.
Objection!
That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie or witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... what she saw, where she saw it. I'm gonna go with what she saw. Mrs. Guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Mrs. Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie, I see. But say the witness did actually see Mrs. Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Mrs. Starr witnessed the crime from a different location.
Objection!
A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one.
Objection!
Before you call my lie pointless, please let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard up until now points in one direction. The place from where Mrs. Starr witnessed this crime was he. What is this? Am I supposed to know which spot? Hello. I mean, it's highly likely this is where she was. You think? It's highly likely. Cavalier attitude stands in stark contrast to your feeble argument, Mr. Wright. Our being there wouldn't change a thing. Please, Mr. Wright, think before you speak. Oh, God, okay. Yes, Your Honor. What? Okay. Oh, the security room. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security room is in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime in the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Mrs. Starr? How many years have I been getting the better of men? You think the tables could be turned? Today a man has got the better of Angel Star. Order, witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Mrs. Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Mrs. Starr lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. Wait, but if she was... No, it doesn't tell anything anymore, because like, if she's supposed to have been in the security, then there's no way she could have taken this picture. The truth still stands.
Objection!
It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Alright, let's review what we know. The star witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? Angle to view the crime, distance to the crime, difference in lighting. Okay, well, a difference in lighting. Angle to view the crime. No, the photo doesn't match anymore. It probably does. Why the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change? The angle? What do you mean? Oh, well, security guard station is on the second floor, and she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime. And this is important. Why? Please let me add the photo, please. Oh my god. Perhaps you'd like to reconsider, Mr. Wright. Come on. Wake up, guys. Fine. The lighting. Whatever. The difference in lighting. Lighting? What does that mean? Well, it means, okay. Fine. Start over. Why is this case like this?
Objection! Objection!
Sorry, I'm trying. The game is being weird at me again. The game is being vague. It's punishing me for only saving when it tells me to.
Objection! Objection!
Is there ever a time where, like, you're risking only losing 1 point instead of 2? Because if it's always 2, then why is the bar 10 points anyway?
Take that!
But I guess we're about to find out why the distance from the crime matters, because I don't... That's the one I was like, that I don't think that matters. Just like when people were complaining all the enemies and still don't deal 2 damage. Okay, I think I should be good, but like, I don't want to do it again now. Surely this is gonna be my last. Changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
Objection!
My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. I was like, huh? I don't see how that would change what she could see.
Objection!
Well, there's a wall in the way. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Mrs. Saw, you witnessed a crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Mrs. Sky? Well, witness? Same distance, but only if she smashes through the windows. I guess. You, yes? Ordered the squid wheels, right? Can we focus? The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. Why does she even have this? Was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. You have all those fancy ass box lunches and you gave him peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's amazing. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. Wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed a crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. That is one hell of a run. You got those kind of lungs? Anybody here has those kind of lungs? Because I don't. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in deep block. That's quite a detour. And then she jumped over the fence, all of this in 3 minutes. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes. That's also too little. Yes, but not really. What if we add the fence climbing that she apparently supposedly did? This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it, I have photographic evidence. Yeah, these photos match it. I swear on my finest plastic spork. I have a point. Spork is a wonderful invention. No, it's not. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? Yeah.
Objection!
5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. You like it al dente. I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. 5 minutes blank, isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey, don't get the wrong idea, I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Mrs. Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal will act this way. It's inconceivable. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. Oh my god, I made it. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth is the next witness ready to go. Fortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it, we screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. Yeah, tell me about it. It's the first time I had to reload a save. I'm afraid that the Cough-Up Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Hold it. Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. Prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Just another one of her trick lunch boxes. My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Mrs. Starr. This is your jumbo lunchbox. Woohoo, a triple decker. Bro, can you focus? Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Get her out of here! Guard! Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at a crime scene. And now? The matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was of course the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Mrs. Lana Sky. The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. Why was she bleeding too? What? There was... Oh yeah, she has a bandage. What? There was blood found on that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Objection!
Take her out of here. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And? You had blood tests performed? Did I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. Could at least study some evidence law, really. Phoenix is just like... fuck it, winging it the whole time. Prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems to have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. White animal shoe bears traces of blood from good men in Lana Sky. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. What is the second? You said there was 2 rules. What's the second? Should have mentioned those 5 minutes.
Hold it!
Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, the 5 minutes blank means nothing. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. when you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This when the suspect is admitting she did it? But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Mrs. Starr. Let's just get this over it. This reminds me of like, so you know, like in Detective Conan, there's some episodes that are like in the courthouse, kind of like a Ace Attorney like this, and like Conan will still do his sleeping Kogoro stick, but in the courthouse, and it feels so bad. It's just like, no, you can't do that. I mean, I know you're like constantly doing stuff you're not supposed to do, that's illegal, but like now you're doing perjury, that's super illegal. And I don't know what it is about perjury that just feels, it's like another level. Breaking and entering, that's fine. Perjury, that's not fine. And like it's perjury on behalf of like Kogoro. Not even your word. Kon cares not for normal laws. He can get away with it, but he's gonna get Kogoro in trouble. Let's just get this over with. And now to the matter of victim shoe.
Hold it!
And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe. I was afraid of someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunch boxes, gentlemen. Happy for you and your lunchbox bags, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next.
Hold it!
So you brought it to forensics department. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it to prove. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. She got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have blood stains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. And that blood belongs to the victim, Detective Goodman. Perjury is bad, sure, but I think bringing a projectile weapon into a courthouse and assaulting someone with it might be worse. Either way, it's worse when he does it in a courthouse. It was so stressful. As I said, there were two types of blood found on the shoe.
Hold it!
You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie? Huh? Well, speak up. Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate. Oh my god, she's gonna go full hyperfixation mode. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear. That's pretty specific. Unfortunately for you, this is my special interest. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone's but Mrs. Ladaskai's. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that.
Hold it!
Can't let the evidence through without a fight. Ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, Do you or don't you have a problem with the shoe? Problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Probably. I'm not imagining things. I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence, a clear contradiction. The gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Red has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence.
Take that!
No, I wasn't done. No, I wasn't done. Please. I misclicked. I thought I thought the magnifying lens was gonna turn yellow. Please. No. Oh my god, you're gonna make me start over.
Hold it!
Me out of this thing. I'm gonna assume it's the fact that they stepped in blood.
Take that!
I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Hey, her head is empty. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. Are we going to ignore the fact that she threatened, like, violence on him just now? You can't do that in a courthouse. It makes sense, the victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe? Oh my god, what do they want from me? I'm guessing your shoe has blood on it too. You just shot yourself in the foot. Man. Oh my god, fine. I'll just load it again. I thought I was good at video games. Oh.
Objection! Objection!
Get me out of this day, please. I'm tired. I'm tired of this day in court. I want out. I'm gonna actually start saving now. It's annoying. Alright, Grandpa.
Objection!
I should have just saved and then I kept going with my one attempt or something. I think I don't like her. Giving me the most trouble, it's not even close.
Objection!
Alright, I'm just gonna save because it's annoying. Worst day game so far.
Hold it! Hold it!
Alright, we're back.
Take that!
What? What do you mean that wasn't it? I'm not accepting this.
Hold it!
Does it have to be the one on the heel? I'm tired, guys. Get me out.
Take that!
Okay, but why do you make me click on the heel and then you showed the spot I clicked earlier anyway? I hate this case right now. Okay. Maybe it's this, maybe...
Take that!
The problem lies in the footprint. Okay, there we go. The footprint. Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why aren't there any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. Contradicts your claim about this shoe.
Objection!
This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints.
Objection!
Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Oh. Did I skip by accident? Whatever. Order. Well, witness? What? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh. That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why there is not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Hold it. I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. Chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hand aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Ah, you don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked that oil drum over for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. Where are we headed? This case has me like, where are we going with all this? Why is it so much harder? That ties things up quite nicely. I feel like I don't know where we're headed with any of it. Kind of like blind. Bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, Mrs. Sky's right hand was hurt. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about the fact that she was bleeding, apparently. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? That's when my sister's blood got on the shoe? Well, there's no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please. What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But... Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor? Very well. But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. Go find the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Hold it. Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Oh, triggered. Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you'd hide your feel, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else.
Objection!
We're headed to the series debut of Luminoil. Oh, are we? Interesting. The time for deliberation is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough up queen. Look at this. Photograph. Hide it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. Wait. Okay, that is the right foot. There's blood here too on the sole of the shoe. Gotta be the victim's. Must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood. All this blood, it's horrible. Blood might be an important clue. I should have looked at this sooner. Whatever. This blood, it's my sister's, right? It appears so. Lana's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime. Poor sis. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. Not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. I just want to know, like, is it me who's struggling, or is this case just like this? Like, right, wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up, not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Please let this be the last thing this court day. Very well, this time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection!
Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. Trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, right? Are you saying there is a problem with this latest piece of evidence? I never finished this case. Okay. Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph. Oh no. What is this? That's muffler. What it is? Alright. Do I point to that? Yeah, I'm gonna point to that. Taking my attention. Problem is in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor? You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf or any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe. Do people like... I don't know about you guys, but I know a muffler from a car more than a muffler from a scarf. I see, and I see. What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing, absolutely nothing. I'll be honest, Queen, I have no idea where we're headed either.
Objection!
Sorry, Mr. Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case. Save! God, okay. Oh my god. Gotta be that photo. Here goes. Well, Your Honor, how do you feel about that? No. Cloud was found in car's muffler, right? Muffler, muffler. Where have I heard that word recently? I'm so confused. Is it just me? Is this a me problem? The phone. I bet you we talking about the muffler. Hi, and I'm suffering today. Star. Recall your testimony for the court. I'm tired. Ah, yes. Actually, you missed the first time. This is the first time in the entire game so far I've had to reset the game because I ran out of tries, and not even once. It's been like 4 times. Save me. I'm tired. I'm starting to feel like it's a me problem. I don't know. Tell me, do people feel like this? Is it just me, or is it the game? Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's why I had me confused in my earlier testimony. Yeah, you must be struggling if you're still in this section of the trial. Help! Muffler, ah. Could it be that muffler you heard mentioned? It was actually this exhaust pipe. So, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh, woo, ah. Usually people get stuck on the later portions of this case. I'll be so for real. God dang it. Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceeding. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If you leave any questions unanswered, here we do a disservice to the law. Yeah, earlier I got stuck on a part which is like, I had the right piece of evidence, and I was trying to present it, but to the wrong code. So that's how I lost like all my points. I was hesitating between two pieces of evidence. And it's like, I hadn't presented it because I thought I had at that point or something. It's, no. I was close, but I don't know. If we leave any questions unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car, the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Phew. That was close. Oh, yeah, that's a joke a lot of people make in the fandom of presenting the right thing at the wrong moment. Okay, so it's not just me. I'm not just like officially stupid or something for not getting some of this. I mean, I was able to play the whole game until this case without having to reset a single time, so I can't be too dumb about this. But we made it, at least for now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry? I feel like I need a nap. But it's okay, I can finally save. Please. I'm like, do I save here in case I want to go back and like get... No. I don't want... I'm tired. Alright, see who can... I'm stopping here. I made it out of that day in court and I'm gonna call it good and... Stopping here. Stop. Finally, the beloved to be continued. Alright, let's see. Who's... I don't even know why I had such a hard time with today. Maybe I'm just tired. Usually I'm not working before these streams, but I was today, so maybe that's good. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good weekend. I'm gonna crash the hell out after this. But glad you could make it at the end. Sorry I was complaining today. Hopefully next time I'm more on top of it. Unless watching me struggle is part of the interest in watching somebody play. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it was still fun. Yeah, it was fun. I love Emma. I don't love this specific witness. Fun to watch regardless. It's not like it's a silent stream. Yay. Just hanging out. So true. Alright, I'm gonna head out now. Bye bye.